Now, to check in with our lifestyle coach. Yes, she is in studio, our relationship expert, ladies and gentlemen, Francesca Luca. And this is Love Bites. That's what we call it. Love Bites, taking a bite out of love, one question at a time. Love Bites is proudly sponsored by Meineke. Stop by Meineke's Hanover or Quincy location today for fast, reliable car care. Go with the name you know. Go with Meineke. All right, let's bring her up on YouTube and say good morning, everybody. Say hello to Francesca. Good morning.
Good morning, Rob. How are you?
I am doing great. How have you been?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for watching us on YouTube. She took off her hat. For
I had to because it wouldn't fit over, my earphones wouldn't fit over the hat.
Oh, then you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Yeah. But I'll show you guys
Just
the
show
hat.
everybody, yeah.
Oh, my God, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Look at it. Can you see it with the blinking lights?
It
love
lights up. It lights up. Yeah. No, in fact, I could see it a lot when our last guests were on. I could see you out in the hallway. That's how bright it was.
Dan McCready wants it.
Dan McCready wants it?
I don't think I could pull off the hat myself, but I gotta say that is one of the most epic Christmas hats I've seen in a long time.
Yes.
50% off at Michael's.
Okay.
$7.50. It was such a deal.
All right. Dan's got an assignment after the news. He's heading over to Michael's. I'd like to see Dan on that hat, though. I would.
I would, too.
Yeah, I don't think I could pull off that particular hat.
Give it a try, though.
Oh,
Give it a
yeah.
try.
There's so many Christmas hats. There was also one that said naughty. I almost bought that, and then I said, I like this one better.
All right.
All right. Anyway.
Well, here she is. Francesca's in studio, and the text line is open, by the way. If you want to be a part of the conversation, you can. 781-837-4900. You have a point of view you want to bring to the table. Politely, you can do so. 781-837-4900. We always ask people, please, bring manners, and also dress up when you start to fly on planes as well. No pajamas. All right, let's see. Want to get to the question here.
Okay.
This is from Anonymous, I believe. Let me just pull it up here. Okay, right. This is the couple that they've been married for 27 years. Okay. All right, let me read this one. Hi, Francesca. This is from Anonymous. Hi, Francesca. I have been married for 27 years to, I thought, the most committed, loving woman I know. Sadly, I found out 2 months ago that she is having an affair with my boss. This is not a fling, but appears to be something that has been going on for at least a year. I don't know if this question is in your wheelhouse, so if you don't respond, I understand. Shortly after I found out, I started having repeated nightmares where I am choking on my food and I cannot swallow. The nightmares have become more consistent. Could this situation be connected somehow? I don't want to end my marriage, nor can I afford to leave my job. Desperate for help, or desperate for an answer. Help. Anonymous. All right.
Ooh, cornered.
Right,
Sounds very cornered. But first, I want to acknowledge, Anonymous, whoever you are, that this is devastating. You know, I mean, really, I feel your pain. A long-term affair involving both your wife and your boss is going to shadow any sense of safety. But I want to get right to the nightmares. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist. But, and this may sound a little woo-woo, but I personally think it's true, okay? Because your reoccurring dream of choking and being unable to swallow is pretty likely connected to what you're going through. Mm-hmm. Really, in dreams, swallowing often symbolizes taking something in emotionally. And choking can definitely represent difficulty processing something overwhelming, which clearly you are experiencing right now. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, but feeling forced to swallow the unthinkable is likely what's going on in these nightmares, these words and or emotions that you're holding in. You're feeling stuck, you're feeling powerless. And when you're unable to speak your truth, it can wreak all kinds of havoc on your body. There's actually a very good book. I interviewed this man who wrote the book years ago called The Body Keeps the Score. And it's fascinating. And I just want to interject just this little piece here that I think is kind of meaningful. My own experience many, many years ago, I was going through a divorce. And I couldn't swallow. I just felt like I couldn't swallow. I was constantly choking on my food. Any little bit that was going down just felt like it was agonizing. And so I go to my doctor, and he was very progressive. This is many, many years ago, as I said. And you know, he took some x-rays and whatever and felt my throat. And he said, and then when he asked me what's going on, I told him, he said, you're likely having trouble digesting what you're going through. And he was absolutely 100% right. So, people experience, trauma in different ways. It could be, with nightmares, it could be with stomach aches. But I would be actually shocked if your body and or your mind together or separately are not experiencing a lot of trauma. So I hope this is not too heavy an answer for you, but that's my best bet, is you're probably trying to make sense out of the senseless. And so I'm curious, Rob, what your thoughts are.
Well, this is a difficult situation to be in.
Definitely.
Yeah, it does seem like it's connected. But what advice do you give to this guy? 27 years married, and this is not only a betrayal by his wife, but it's a betrayal by where he works. I don't know. I know he says he can't afford to lose his job, but wouldn't I don't know. I'd be tempted to confront the person, wouldn't you? You'd want to.
Well, I'd be I'd be careful about it. I would. Yeah,
No?
of course,
Of course I'd be
absolutely,
angry.
of course. But I
Have
think
an exit plan, of course, set up.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. I hear you chiming in over there, Dan
yeah,
McCready.
Dan
What do
wants
you
to chime in.
Open the door for Dan.
Well, one thing I would say is that as far as the physical side of it goes, absolutely. There is definitely a mind-body connection, that what you feel, your body will resonate, which is why people get like stress headaches and things like that, and ulcers. So those are big-time factors resulting from stress.
Yeah.
As far as this guy goes, my thing would be I would consult two sets of attorneys. One would be a labor attorney to find out if he has any...
Okay.
Because what could happen is if this affair goes on, the boss could maybe decide to fire him just to get him out of the way. So I would say do that and also find out if maybe he can take action against
Is there
his
a legal
employer.
answer? Yeah,
which I
sue
don't
the
have
guy.
the answer to, but a labor lawyer probably would. And then I would quite honestly start talking to a divorce attorney.
Absolutely.
Even if he doesn't
'cause
want to
this
end
is-
the marriage, I
yeah,
think it's something
it
he
gets
needs to
stressful.
know what he needs to do in case
Options.
the worst case scenario happens and a divorce takes place.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to feel some sense of
Part of me thinks that my dad would say, give him a knuckle sandwich. That's what my dad would say. Robert Ackler Sr., go and give this guy a knuckle
And
sandwich.
what
I
would
can-
your mother say?
My mother would probably, no, we shouldn't have physical violence. No.
Yeah.
But
No,
maybe
and
like Dan said, perhaps.
I wouldn't suggest that either. He
what
could
you're
get,
saying?
not the physical
velvet
violence.
glove? Okay.
Not while the guy's still his boss. There are a whole bunch of downsides
right.
to that, and who knows what story the wife will tell if that happens.
All right.
Exactly.
All right,
Well,
you're right.
okay. So let's talk about some things
what-
that might actually
yeah, what do
help
we do for
right
this guy?
now.
What do we do
just
for this
like, well, for one thing, you need to find a safe space. So, my best bet would be I would recommend consulting a therapist who can give you a container to unload the feelings that you're quote unquote choking on. And don't be afraid to share it. Be careful what friends that you do share it with. There are all different types of friends, right? We want the diehard friend that is going to keep it to herself or himself. You don't want to be, you have to be very, very careful. And let's see what else. So, and then as you said, I think a divorce lawyer, even you don't have to file a divorce, but just know what your rights are, because you need to protect your agency. That's very important. But don't rush the big decisions right now. You're overwhelmed. You need stability. You need emotional support, and not pressure at this point to decide your future. I also want to mention that don't blame yourself, because, this is really common when someone has been betrayed. It's so common that they immediately want to shift it to themselves. Like, what did I do
Why didn't I
wrong?
see this coming? I should have done
Or,
something different.
or what did I do wrong? And you're overwhelmed right now, and because something overwhelming has happened. So I really encourage you to sit back and to feel your feelings. Allow yourself to feel what you feel, as ugly as those feelings are. You need to feel them, and understand that your dreams are not a threat. Your dreams can really, really give you some tremendous insight. And when we can't process what is going on with us emotionally, they will come out in our dreams. Our subconscious will take over.
Trying to tell you something.
Yeah. So, but just know you don't need to do it alone. I feel so badly for you. This is a terrible time of year to find this
Now,
out.
hopefully, you're right. Maybe some guy friends or some family could give him support, because it sounds like that, if he's just finding out, maybe there hasn't been a confrontation yet with the wife or the boss.
And I wouldn't even necessarily, I would be careful about that right away. I just want to go back to, before we sign off here, that when you talk to your friend or friends, be very, very careful, because we all, every last one of us, come from a different frame of reference. Okay, people have different experiences in their lives. They have different ways of thinking. They have different perspectives. And if you talk to too many people, it's going to get so confusing. So be really careful. And again, and I encourage, what is the hardest thing to do is what you actually need to be doing, which is you really need to sit with your feelings and allow yourself to feel what you feel. But so that's my Love Bites tip for today, and that's about all I've got for you.
All right, Pete
And
from Hingham.
I would just add, talk to a divorce attorney, and I would also add, talk to a labor attorney. Just talk to them. You don't have to take action necessarily, but just see what they have to say on it.
All right, Rob and Dan, thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate
what the
this.
listeners say here before we wrap up. Pete in Hingham says, let's see if anybody says knuckle sandwich. Pete from Hingham says, no, he shouldn't worry about his job. His boss and wife should. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. There you go. All right. 781-837-4900 if you want to text in on this week's topic. And certainly we hope that this person can find their anonymous, can get some support. And as Dan mentioned, maybe talk to that attorney. And we wish you all the best. We know that it's obviously going to become more painful, it sounds like, before you get to the other side. Right, Francesca?
Right. And I just got a message through
Go ahead.
my website, and whoever sent it said, dump her.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Wow.
I think that's a pretty safe. I think that the fact that first of all, not that I think an affair is okay, but the fact that it's been going on for, what did he say, a year? It's a
at
long
least
time.
a
There's,
year.
there's something else brewing there. So anyway.
Yeah. That's as much as he knows. We never know
Exactly.
sometimes the full story as well.
Exactly. But thank you, Pete, for that feedback. Thank you, Rob.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan. And next week, another question.
Yeah, another question. By the way, if people want to get in touch with you, Francesca, how do they reach out?
Oh, yeah. So they can go to my website, talkwithfrancesca.com, and click on Contact Me.
All right.
I will get to those answers just as soon as I can. I've got a little backup right now.
All right. Please bear with us. Francesca, she's our lifestyle expert. She joins us every week at this time. Our lifestyle coach, Love Bites, taking a bite out of love, one question at a time. And don't forget to A Little Kiss from Love Bites is on Tuesdays at 8:26 on WATD. Francesca, Luca, thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.